Hi, David. How are you today?
I'm I'm hanging in there.
Well, I'm glad that you're here. My name is Tanya, and I'm the crisis counselor here. So I just wanted to see how are you feeling now that you're sitting here with me? I know it takes a lot of courage to come out here.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know it's what I have to do. I honestly wasn't too excited about talking to someone, but my friend John, he's the one that got me in here, and I know it's for the best because I've gotten to that point where, you know, something's got to change, or else I can't keep going.
Okay. Sounds like you're carrying a lot right now. Um, can you give me a little bit more information as to what brings you in today?
Kind of just it's just a lot. I mean, the main things are I was a foreman for about 20 years, and about a week or so ago, I got laid off. Just, it was downsizing. There's nothing I could really do about it, but it was the one way that I was able to provide for my son and, be useful to him. Um, and then I guess just ever since, like, things were already kind of tough, just living on my own. But, now I feel like I'm just useless and, it'd just be better if I wasn't here at all. Like, my son doesn't need me. My ex-wife sure as hell doesn't need me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, between losing your job and taking care of your son, sounds like there's a lot that's been happening lately, and it makes sense why you're feeling hopeless. But before we go any further, I just want to ensure that you're safe. So, when you said that like you just couldn't go on anymore and you're feeling hopeless, can you tell me a little bit more about what you meant by that?
Yeah, I mean, these days I guess I just don't really see the point in, going on. And I mean, I haven't, I guess, like seriously thought about ending my life, but I don't know. Sometimes when I'm driving, I think about crossing the median,
Mm.
or I just wish, when I go to bed that I just don't wake up. Um, I mean, my son is everything to me, and my wife gets full custody. I mean, you know, I don't really see the point in living.
Right. Well, I want to thank you for being completely honest with me, David. I know that takes a lot of courage, and it's really important that you told me everything that you're feeling right now. It sounds like as of right now, you're in a safe place because you're not thinking about, you don't have any intentions of harming yourself at this point. So what we'll do is let's talk about some of the resources that we have because it sounds like you're going through a divorce, right? Potentially, or at least a custody battle.
Well, yeah. I mean, we got divorced about I don't know how long ago it was, maybe about 5 years ago. So I mean, that's finalized. But the initial agreement was shared custody. But now with because my ex-wife, she knows how I've been struggling and how,
Mhm.
even around my son, sometimes I'm not able to be who I need to be. And
Right.
now she's yeah, she wants the full custody. Just
Okay.
because she thinks that me being around Max wouldn't be good for him.
Okay. I can see that you're really upset. Do you want to take a minute to help calm your body a little bit by taking some slow breaths in through your nose and then holding it and then slowly letting it out?
Sure.
In and then hold it and then slowly let it out. And then we're going to breathe in and then you're going to hold it and then you're going to slowly let it out. And we're going to do that one more time. So breathe in, hold it, and then slowly let out. Good. So sometimes when we're under so much stress, our bodies kind of gets into like the survival mode. So slowing your breathing sometimes can help bring you back into the present moment. Um, it sounds like you have a few things that that we need to focus on. So sounds like you need some employment help, so that you have money to provide for your son. We need to talk about like help with custody, um, and just some legal supports regarding that custody. So, what we could do is I do have some resources, with someone to help you, like at unemployment, to help you get a job. Is that something that you would like me to connect you with?
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to do it on my own, but it's just, yeah, I think I've, as a man, it's difficult
Mhm.
to admit it, but I need the help. I need, a foothold
Right.
because I just feel like I just continue to fall and it's just getting worse. So
Yeah. Well, and at the unemployment office, there are men there that we can connect you with so that you can relate more. And that might be a little bit helpful for you. Um, and then what I can do is I can call them and get something scheduled for you. And then make sure that you're with my good friend Joe, who's, he's been in positions similar to yours, and that might be really helpful, somebody that you can connect with. Um, so I know that you mentioned that you had a friend bring you here. I think his name was John. Is he a good support system for you?
yeah, I've known him ever since high school, so we go way back. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, um, we go to the bar sometimes, and you know, he has a son as well, and so we did spend some time together, kind of like as fathers too. But that might be coming to an end. So yeah,
Okay. So what it might be coming to an end,
I just if I lose the custody of Max, but
right?
um, yeah, I just can't let that happen.
Right. Well, and we're going to do our best to help you with that.
Yeah.
Um, so I know that I mentioned that custody supports. So I do have there is a legal team that does help with financial purposes, like they're pro bono basically. It's based off of your income. So it'd be a great decision to do, like to apply for that now that you're not working, because based off of your income currently, you know, you would uh, you would qualify for them. So what I can do is I can send you over an email their web link, and it's a really easy process. Or our next session, if you choose to continue seeing me, we could also do it together and apply for it together at our next session. Um, so other than John, especially since you're concerned about, seeing him more, not seeing him as much, do you have other supports?
Mm. I mean, I do have my mom in the area, but I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable talking with her about these things. I mean, I guess you could say I'm just kind of like ashamed of it. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just hard for me to imagine my dad in this situation, when he was alive.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I guess I could go to her, but I guess I'd just rather not. Um,
Mhm.
I just want to, I just want to be the man I need to be, for my son. And that's what's keeping me going right now. And so that's why I know I just need to turn a leaf here.
So, and I completely empathize and understand why you'd not want to go to your family, especially it sounds like, it's not something that your family is used to from the sounds of it. Um, so, I just want you to know that you are not alone in this process though, um, and maybe if there's any other supports that you can think of that could potentially understand and empathize with you and walk through this process with you. Because it sounds like you're wanting to try and do it mostly alone, and that's sometimes really hard in this kind of a situation. So is there anybody that you can think of at this moment, or maybe we can even work on that in your next session?
Yeah, I mean, I do have some other friends. I'm just not as, kind of lost touch with them. Just
Hmm.
I really just see John these days. But I mean, the other thing too is like most of my, the people that I spent a lot of time with were like at work, and when that fell through, it's like, I don't know, it left me feeling
Hmm.
very alone because those were the guys that I worked with like day in day out, and now most of them are still at the job and I'm not, and so I just don't have anything in
Right,
common with them anymore.
right. Well, so I don't know much about men's supports. So that's something that I'm willing to look into for you. Maybe I could find a support group for single fathers, and then that way you could meet some people that you could relate to at that moment. Um, like I said, unfortunately, I don't know any off the top of my head, but I will be more than happy to look into that for you.
Yeah, I think that would be helpful.
Okay, great. Um, I also want to ensure that you have the crisis hotline. Have you ever utilized that before?
No, I've heard about it though. Um,
Okay.
mhm.
So the crisis hotline is great. You can actually text it, which I prefer. I don't know how you feel. But it's the I don't know if you have something to write with, but the number
Yeah,
is 988.
okay,
Um, That way you can call that number, you can text it anytime, day or night. That way, if you are feeling in a moment that you're unsafe or feeling overwhelmed again, you could certainly utilize that number, especially until we can get you some further supports. I think that would be a great option for you.
thank you.
You're welcome. Um, so before we end for now, is there anything that you need or something, a drink, anything that you need in the moment that I could help you with, or someone I could call for you?
No, but I mean, it it meant a lot just kind of like getting this off my chest and talking to someone about it.
Okay,
Kind of making a plan to move forward. So I mean, I'm definitely feeling better now than I was
good.
when we talked with you.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to email over to you the application. And like I said, if you don't want to fill that out right now and you'd rather wait for our next session, I can certainly help you fill that out. I'm also going to look into those other supports for you, the men's group. I feel like I've heard someone talking about it, so I'm pretty sure that there is one. So let me look into that. I'll get that for you. But in the meantime, utilize that number and think of any other supports that you may have and feel comfortable talking to. And then one last thing I almost forgot. I will set you up with my good friend Joe for the unemployment help. Okay. All right. So I will talk to you soon. If you need anything, give me a call. Okay.
Tanya.
You're welcome. Bye bye.